When I opened the door, he pushed me aside and got in and stabbed her with a knife. Ummita's mom. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. The Chinese man, Mr. Geng, has stabbed a 23-year-old lady to death in Kano State. The young lady, identified as Kusum Sani Buhari, popularly known as Ummita, was killed on Friday at Jambulo's quarters in Kombonso local government area of the state. However, Ummita's mother has narrated how the incident had let her daughter's mother happened. She said that Mr. Geng had come to the house and was banging on the door for a long time. And when she went to send him away, the man pushed her away and went inside her daughter's room and stabbed her. She said that her daughter was rushed to the hospital, but unfortunately, she could not make it. She said that she was at home at night with her two younger sisters, and that even when she shouted for help, people could not hear because it was raining at the time. In the report, which was made by Sahara reporters, the distraught mother said the Chinese man always comes around wanting to see her, and she has been refusing. This time around when he came, he kept knocking on the door. When I was fed up of him hitting the door loudly, I opened the door and he pushed me aside and got in and started stabbing her with a knife. Speaking further, she said that her daughter and the man were dating before, but they broke up a long time ago. After that, she got married, but later she divorced, and he tried to come back into her life, but she did not want it. She added that he used to call on the phone, but her daughter never picked his calls. So that night, he decided to invade their house. The killing of the young lady has been attracting reactions on social media, and many have called on the authorities to make sure that justice is served in the case. Ummita was buried on Saturday morning according to Islamic rite. Ummita's mom said the Chinese man is now with the police. We pray for Ummita's soul to rest in peace and also pray for her family to have the fortitude to bear this painful loss. What are your thoughts on this? Man, this is now behind, I'm now seeing the story behind it. This one no be love, or this is obsession. Anything that makes you as a person, you are harming the person you claim to love. Oga, watch it. If you are now in a position, because I wanted to, there's no way, to me, there is nothing about religion here. I am telling you. There is nothing about religion here. But I think why people are making a fuss about this was because the way people are coming out now to say, make this Chinese man go pay. It is not the same energy they gave when Deborah Samuel actually died. And this one was a case of, lover, you understand, her ex-lover. And the other one was a case of person where they own the thing will be saying no makes sense. Now, this goes into, this thing is actually, it is something I don't know how to say it. It leads to various topics, this particular murder case now. It leads to people watching the kind of people they date. You understand? Watching the kind of people they fall in love with or they date. Let me just put it like that. They say, it gets this our Nigerian adage, we say, many are mad, few are roaming. Make you dey careful. Make you no go be seen at the one we be saying no well. Now you deal with. I mean, most people these days too, they have this rejection. You see people who I've heard stories, many stories of how, one person, shot his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend dead because they were no longer dating. I've heard stories about, how a woman bathed her husband, her fiancé in acid or with hot oil. We've heard stories, and I'm asking myself, what exactly? And when you hear of the fact that why this person did this thing was because they broke up, and you ask yourself, what thing happened? Like how? How did this person that you're claiming to be in love with, how do you claim to be in love with the person this minute? And then you stab her. To me, I'm like, it's not love. See, anything where don't make you, they take away the other person where you claim say you love, sense of freedom to talk, freedom to live their life. I'm telling you, and you are not beginning to encroach into their lives. You're not giving them that space they need. Make you watch them. You don't return to obsession. If you're the kind of person, your partner, they feel comfortable around you. They make some calls around you. Why? Because every time, you be like say, you and they always pick quarrels. You understand? They allow and make it live in life. You always like, okay, where you did this one, that one, So some people are that kind of people, as I'm talking now, there are people listening to me who are in that kind of relationship. There are people who, their partners, they cannot pick some calls. They cannot, and those people have just friends, they cannot even go out with some people because their partners do not like them. There are people who, what's it called? They can't live their life because their partners do not like them. I am talking to you. These are signs of it. Signs of it. Or people who tell you, oh, if you leave me, I'm going to die. Uncle, auntie, those things, signs of people who attend to, is no longer love. Because they say love is how do I put it? Love is actually free. Love is not hurting, Love is not hurting at all. When you love someone, you want that person to actually excel. If that person is somebody who maybe, what love does is, if you're in love with somebody, you want that person to be better. Maybe you meet that person as maybe the person is a tailor. Person they learn, how to put pieces together and form a clothing. You push that person, so that person go get, the person go transform from, being a tailor to a fashion designer. What am I saying? You give that person freedom. You become that person's, stepping stone. Become each other's stepping stone. Now, this is one angle to look at it. Another angle is people. If we are going to go down and dig deeper on people who do this now, I feel these are people who, at the end of the day, they did not receive love from their parents when they were growing up. And like I said, this topic, if you did touch them, it is not just me. I don't see religion here. I don't see religion coming to play here. This is a case of someone who was obsessed with someone and he killed her, because he was like, if I know if he gets you, nobody go get you. Now, people who do this were people who will say they no show them love when they're young. They don't. Or these are the kind of people who will say how am I going to put it now? They were always having their way. Two things are involved. They no show them love. You can't make them be say anybody we can show them love. That person, you don't enter and be that. And the other one, on the flip side, people who they always make that they always have their way. So then things say in life you go always they get waiting you want. If you keep talking about this issue, we're not going to live here. We send our sincere condolences to Ummita's family, who her life was brought to an end just because of that single act. We pray that God will grant them the fortitude to bear the loss, and sincerely, justice must be served. Justice must be served. This is an opportunity where our Nigerian government should start standing up for her people. See what in national can't do person. Why? Because say if you do you go scot free. If na abroad they don't born you where so what it be you die for you to come as and go and stab a Chinese person. And if it alright, on this note, you've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of the day.